Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Leo November 18, 2022. You're in fine shape to teach, guide, and share ideas today, with a Mercury-Jupiter trine in force. You also have all the power to put something behind you and to make peace with the past. Cooperation comes easily, and minds open wider. It can be an excellent time to discuss a private or personal matter since Jupiter is currently transiting your house of karma, the past, endings, and resolve. It can be a time to overcome a challenge. Forgiveness and putting the pieces of an uncertain situation together in a satisfying manner can figure strongly. Today also brings Venus into your solar 9th house for a stay until December 9th. You'll be opening your eyes to new and exciting people, pastimes, or projects during this transit. Still, it's also a good time to stoke the fires of current relationships or to reinvigorate current activities. There can be excitement, motivation, and possibly even love connected to learning or online activities. It's a cycle for expressing your affections confidently and optimistically. You might spend more of your leisure time learning and sharing ideas. Today's cosmic weather is putting you in the mindset for sex, love, and kink. Buckle up because you might be feeling frisky. In fact, you could feel your loins burning with vengeance, just begging for release from the moment that you rise. This ferocious attitude is your MO, always ready to conquer and pursue the heights of passion. Mental Mercury throws on his leather, chains, and high-heel boots in your solar 8th house of sexuality and will give a smirk to Jupiter, the planet of expansion. This guarantees plenty of spice behind closed doors. But first, start with mental foreplay. Are you feeling the heat? Get ready for a fiery day as the last quarter moon in Leo inspires you to take charge of any lingering passion projects or ideas at work. You have some creative endeavors that are worth capitalizing on during this confident lunation. Meanwhile, the minor benefic, Venus, will move into expressive Sagittarius. Now rocking and rolling in the sign of the Archer, you may feel inspired to commit to a new adventure in your professional path. Consider Venus in Sagittarius your incentive to commit to progression with your career. A day after Venus left your financial sector, Mercury leaves today, leaving only the Sun behind. Where Venus had worked to fuel your financial confidence, update your expectations, and to turn desires into reality, Mercury leaves you with the smart head for money needed to walk the talk. The Sun will keep the solar spotlight on your financial situation and money matters for another 5 days. Today you may feel like expressing yourself in the strongest and clearest way you know how, but be careful. When has this ever truly worked for you? You sometimes confuse clear with aggressive and truth with opinion. You can risk scaring someone away this way. It's important to learn to blend your perceptions with the understanding that everyone's reality is personal. It may help you to see your own feelings as temporary and in flux. You'll probably feel like taking things a little slower than usual today. A more relaxed and quiet approach on a 7-day is fairly common. And given your inclination towards high gear the majority of the time, this may be just what you need. Allowing yourself more time to relax and handle things at a far slower pace can bring much rejuvenation. If this is a workday for you, consider kicking back with a good movie this evening. A long soak in the bath and hitting the sack early may suit you perfectly. A day after Venus left your financial sector, Mercury leaves today as well, but not before leaving you with the smart head for money needed to keep your head in the game and to think on your feet. The Sun will keep the solar spotlight on your financial situation and money matters for another 5 days, but while planetary activity in your income sector will continue, on this side of the financial fence things are drawing to a close. Meanwhile, as Mercury joins Venus in an adventurous part of your chart, his mental focus can be used to turn your bucket list into a game plan. While the Moon will leave your romantic sector today, just having it here as Venus return to an adventurous part of your chart will have ongoing implications. At the same time that romantically charged lunar vibes run their course, the planet of love's new mission to bring the spirit of romance and adventure together is off to the best possible start. Our eyes in the sky. Today's transits have a great deal to do with the moon's energy, and the way it flows through the day is like an emotional blessing. Starting around sunrise, we move away from impatience and into a more empathetic disposition. Today, we can understand things from another person's perspective in a clear light, blessing us with the necessary comprehension and patience. You can carry the compassionate vibe from the morning and add to it the creative problem-solving skills you need to find solutions to any issues. When Mercury aspects Pluto on November 15th, you're thinking about the commitments people have to you and the commitments you've made to them. Remember, you're allowed to update the terms and conditions of your partnership whenever you believe it's time. This is a great day for sitting down and conversing with your significant other. The sextiles could provoke transformation when you are ready to explore a new adventure or path with your partnerships and arrangements. Be open to what the other party wants to explore, as you cannot control every outcome. Since the Sun in Scorpio will also trine Neptune retrograde in Pisces. A day after Venus left your relationship sector, Mercury leaves today, though as the planet of communication, not before doing what he can to ensure the communication lines are open. With Venus and Mercury gone, this just leaves the Sun, who will keep the solar spotlight on your relationships for another 5 days. Meanwhile, the Moon's return to your romantic sector today will give the spirit of romance a boost. Patience and sensitivity are accentuated in the late afternoon. If you manage to not let the intensity of your emotions get to you in the latter part of the day, you can form an unbreakable bond with the people you keep close to. Show them your willingness to get in tune with them. In the morning, the last quarter moon in Leo invites us to reflect on events that transpired during the November 8th Taurus full moon lunar eclipse. Predictably, we are still in it. Though certain cosmic writing may be on the wall, the dust has not yet settled, and there is little closure to be found at this moment. The Leo moon sees us desperately seeking validation as we navigate a scorpionic pressure cooker. The fact that we are unlikely to receive the support and praise we desire forces us to lean into our creative faculties for stability. Remember, the eclipse medicine we have been provided is the ability to cut ties with projections, conditions, or relationships where we are locked in uphill battles, doing things the hard way. The time is right to assess what those factors are for you. Where are you still pushing for absolution instead of cutting the cords keeping you in self-defeating predicaments? While the moon will leave your romantic sector today, just having it here as Venus return to an adventurous part of your chart will have ongoing implications. At the same time that romantically charged lunar vibes run their course, the planet of love's new mission to bring the spirit of romance and adventure together is off to the best possible start. Following this, Mercury in Scorpio trines Jupiter in Pisces, helping us to adopt a positive attitude despite circumstantial turbulence. We are able to get the universe's joke and laugh at ourselves instead of being self-critical. This influence balances dark humor with levity. Perceiving the bigger picture allows us to not feel so stuck, and to think up new ways to face our concerns with grace. The first step is forgiving ourselves. The second is forgiving others.